ever just need to escape to remind yourself that things could be totally worse than they already are, even though things are really, really bad? Do you ever have moments like that? This is Val Mancini's childhood home. His family is part of the Italian mafia, and they own this mansion here on Fairview. They're Italians, originally from Quebec. Val Mancini is my childhood best friend's dad. He's married to Patricia Mancini. They're very happily married. But Val's childhood had a very different story. Even though he lived in this very big mansion and he had privileges, what happened inside that house was a secret that not many people knew about. Being part of the mafia has many privileges, but also many negatives. One being that privacy is a huge aspect of what happens inside the house. Even if that means domestic violence. They had so much land on this particular portion of their house in the backyard. It continues further down that way. It's currently for sale and it's been sold, and they're going to be building 9 townhouses on this property. Has like a yellow brick mixed with like a red color, and it's in really rough shape. It's been vandalized and it's currently condemned. That's why there's plywood on the entrances. It's a split level home, and there was a Croatian lady living here, a widow with her son, and she rented out the basement to people that end up having a restraining order being placed on them because they wouldn't pay the rent. And she was by herself. No one was assisting her with the maintenance of the home, so it's already in rough shape because of that reason. She couldn't afford the property taxes or the maintenance by herself. As you can see, there's a broken window here. There's plywood here on the back. There was many secrets in this house. Very many secrets. They had crystal chandeliers. As you can see, there's many pieces here on the floor. Very nice planters. And they even had a cement dining set for the patio outside. Some plastic chairs. There's a mattress over there. Do a quick little tour of the indoors. As you can see, another window is broken all along here, the back of the house. We have globe lighting from like the 60s, and the inside is all wood, patterned wood and diagonal design. They had heaters all along the pool. So much broken glass here, it's very dangerous. This was Val's childhood pool. He was one of the cool kids at school. He drove a fast sports car, and he wore a collegiate jacket, a designer one. he was really loved in school, and he just so happened to fall in love with Patricia, Vanessa's mom. Patricia wasn't the most popular girl, but they found many things that they bonded over, so they got married. But the story of this house tells a different story, one of domestic violence. Val's mother, Vanessa's grandmother, just recently passed away from alzheimer's. She lost all memory. She couldn't even recognize them. And she even forgot how to eat, how to breathe on her own. She was completely reliant on hospital care, and she was being cared for by Vanessa's aunt, Franca. Nobody knew this, but inside this house, Val's mother, who just passed away from alzheimer's, was being violently abused. Physically, emotionally, and mentally. She had no escape. Being part of a mafia doesn't allow women to leave or escape easily. Let's go inside. This was the bathroom that Val grew up with. It's destroyed currently because there was lots of vandals in here destroying things. Like gold light switches, crystal chandelier lights, toilet. There's even a towel still here. It's probably from the last lady that lived here. And turn on my flashlight. How do you escape a situation like this, where no one knows what's going on and you can't speak about it? Because it would bring great shame to the family, especially to the husband, who's well known in the neighborhood. And everyone thinks he's a good man, a man of character and morals and values. But no one knows that he is beating his own wife. Here's one of the rooms off of the pool. Has a globe light here. How do you ask for help when you rely on this person for financials and safety and shelter? How do you exit safely without getting killed? How do you make sure your children are okay and have enough to eat and have somewhere to sleep when you're not working? You don't have the means to work. Can you hear her screams? Can you hear her yelling stop? Can you hear her begging for her life? Begging for her children's life? Every day, she had to prepare meals for this monster in this kitchen. She had to feed this monster. She barely even spoke English, even after living here for so long. She relied on him for everything. And all he did was beat her. And all she ever wanted to do was to live and have a good life. But she was forced to be enslaved here, cooking for him, obeying all his wishes and demands. She had power because she was connected to the mafia too, in terms of, speaking up about other things happening in the community, but she didn't have any power inside this house. She was stuck. She was a slave. She was a prisoner. No one could hear her scream. No one could hear any words that she wanted to voice. No one understood the pain and the struggle she had living in this big, beautiful house. No one could fully understand what was going on between these walls. Everyone thought she had a happy life, and what is there to complain about? Look at this big, beautiful house you live in with your family and your husband, and everything looked good on the outside. But no one could fully see and understand what was happening on the inside. This was their main bathroom. It looks like it's all the original. No one could hear her scream. Looks like they even had a jacuzzi in here. How do you navigate out of this type of situation? How do you know when to leave? When is it safe to exit? How do you know he won't find you? He won't kill you? It's really dusty in here. Imagine being so naive and so in love with someone like this and not knowing what they are capable of. Not knowing what they would do to your mental well-being, your physical well-being, your emotional well-being. You might have had finances. You might have been able to buy all the things that you needed or wanted. Was it worth it? Was it worth all the agony, all the pain, all the suffering, just to live in this big house and look perfect on the outside, but be damaged, severely damaged on the inside? Does money even mean anything in this type of house, in this type of environment? How do you know a man is safe? How do you know a man is honest and in his integrity? How do you know he won't beat you like this woman was being beat for most of her marriage and life? She never cheated on him. But she also couldn't leave, even though all this violence is happening to her. What are the signs that a man is not healthy? And how do you know that for yourself and warn other women? You can have such a big, beautiful door, wooden door like this with artisan design. But this doesn't guarantee that the marriage or the inside of the house is healthy. Some religious symbol stickers, some chalk writing on the door. I had 2 sets of doors on the entrance. Some kind of box of tomatoes with nails and screws. Looks like it's from Starskis. And it's in a Tupperware. Some kind of plastic container. This is called a sugar shoe, a size 10. Esprit. Footwear. Looks like a silk. It's a Loblaw bag. Can you just feel all the negative energy in here? It's making me feel kind of sick, kind of ill. came from. That's the pool. It smells really bad, like propane. Look at this pool. This bar. Look at this bar area. It's right off from the front entrance too. So they're probably having parties down here, drinking a lot. And it looks like the flow of the space encouraged that. So you like come home from work, go down these steps, and pour yourself a drink. I bet Val's dad was an alcoholic. I'm sure that didn't help his physical violence towards his wife. He's probably like pouring himself a drink right here. And then hitting the shit out of his wife. I'm sure she wished that he would have died suddenly. She probably prayed a lot. It's like a storage room for your alcohol. Whoa. Maybe it's like a cantina. They must have been storing alcohol in here. Maybe even making their own wines and things. What's in here? There's another bathroom. Hydrogen peroxide. How do you know that you're not going to end up with someone like this who beats you? I think there's a lock on that door, but this is all open here. It has like palms on the wallpaper, or like bamboo. Then there's a different color of wallpaper on the side. It has some wainscoting. This is like a wooden light fixture. I don't know if this is original. Yeah, she just died a couple years ago. I went to the funeral. It was really sad. I remember sitting with her in Vanessa's backyard during one of their family parties and gatherings, and she was feeling really unsettled because she didn't recognize anyone, and like she was really nervous. So I played her some Elvis music on the iPad, and she instantly relaxed and calmed down. Elvis was her favorite. It's amazing how you can have Alzheimer's and still recognize music that you love. But what a fucking horrible human being. Honestly. Like, why would you beat a woman? Why would you abuse her in that way? Especially when she's just like cooking and cleaning and not even like talking back to you and not even cheating on you, nothing. Like, what is the purpose of that? Like, you must have really, really fucking psychotic problems. If this is how you treat a woman, here's another wooden light fixture. Another room. That I think is the definition of a psychopath. I don't even think the Croatian lady knew the history or the story behind this home, what was happening inside of it. I think she was just looking at the outside and how nice it was and how nice it looked, but she didn't have any depth of what was actually occurring in here before she bought it. She probably just bought it because it was like superficially nice in her eyes. The structure is still holding up, but it's like really badly like vandalized and demolished in areas. And I'm sure this basement, I think this is the basement. Yeah, this looks fucked up. I don't think the foundation is very good. I don't know how old Val is right now. I think he's in his 60s. So this house has to be like over 60 years old. There's a spider. It's a big spider. Wow, that's like not very safe to step on. And this kitchen is disgusting. This is a basement kitchen. I don't know how Val talks about his father. I don't even know if he opens up about it at all. But I remember Vanessa telling me about it. Or her family members, I don't know. I don't remember. I was really close to her family. So I'm hoping to donate this video if they want it before this house gets demolished, in case they want a piece of their family history. There's so many like hidden rooms here. It's like a maze. This is their water heater. And double sink down here. The electrical box is on the other floor. Some scissors, a battery. Yeah, there's like mold down here, like water damage for sure. I'm probably breathing it in right now, just to take this video for you guys. Wow, this room looks really fucking sketchy. And there's a mattress here. I bet you homeless people live in this abandoned building. Hopefully I don't see one. this house is just bad vibes. Really bad vibes. Creeps me out. What is that? They even had a nice view from this pool area. Nice nature. I don't think that would calm someone down who's being violently abused and hit emotionally, physically, mentally. This wouldn't calm anybody down. Oh, there's a cobweb on me. Oh, disgusting. Yeah, how do you exit? How do you get out of a situation like this when you can't speak about it and no one will help you? Because they're also afraid of him. Imagine being that woman. What type of man would you choose if you had to relive your life again? Would you even choose a man? Or would you even choose to date again? Would you even try to give a relationship another chance with somebody else, not knowing that this could be possible to happen to you again? How do you choose correctly? How do we keep women safe from entering a house like this? Not knowing what kind of person they would be encountering once they tied the knot and got into marriage.